It's been a while, and this is the Dragon Bomb podcast with Kenny and Nick, who sat next to me up in Bangor, North Wales, not Maine in North America, as if we'd be there. We've been a bit a while away, and it's good to be back here, sat here, just spitting mad shit about wrestling like we normally do, and we've got quite a bit to go through. I mean, we can easily just skim through Fastlane, though, to be honest, can't we, Nick?
Yeah, I mean, it's been a thing of, we missed 1 week, or 2 weeks technically.
Yeah.
And initially it was like, there's not much happened, but since then a lot's happened, so I think we'll eventually get over it and get through it.
I mean, Fastlane it was alright. I mean, everything that needed to happen happened. Like, there was no major title changes, as we now know. It was just, I guess it would be comparable to like a glorified episode of Raw, but in pay-per-view format.
Yeah, it's your pay-per-view before WrestleMania where it just it's all the people are where they need to be moved into like the WrestleMania slots. That's kind of what it does. It just sets up the pieces where you need them, sort of thing, to kind of send that along.
They were also talking about the whole Vincent J. McMahon trophy for like lifetime excellence, wasn't it?
Something like that.
Yeah, like
the excellence, the award of excellence, because I'm excellent, because I'm Vincent Kennedy McMahon, excellence. It's millennials.
Watching Raw, and Vince comes out, he does his little fucking strut as usual, and it's like, I'd like to give this trophy, award, whatever the hell you want to call it, to my daughter Stephanie McMahon. And I just started laughing. It was fucking ridiculous.
I mean, who else was it they were going to give it to? It was like
himself?
You know what, if he'd done that, I think I would prefer that. And the winner of the award is me! Because I'm Vince Kennedy McMahon!
Could you imagine?
Fuck you!
Could you imagine Detroit just losing their shit?
Oh, that would have been great. That would have been chairs being thrown in the ring. Like WCW. Or ECW, sorry.
Oh,
that would have been fucking amazing.
Yeah, like, rather than Steph, it should have actually been Vince. Like, just hamming it up so much. But, no, I mean,
the best way he could have done it, he could have been, and it is, like, aims towards ramp, and then his music hits, so he just comes in and goes, me! Just everyone goes, this is bullshit!
Actually, no. Let's take a page out of that famous Ministry of Darkness one. And the winner of the award is, it's me, WWE Universe! It was me all along!
Ah, son of a bitch!
Yeah, but like they're going to let Michael Cole get away with that one on TV.
JBL could pull it off.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Ah, son of a bitch, Michael.
Byron Tree, oh, son of a bitch! Oh, no!
And Cole's like, oh my goodness.
Okay, I know we are skipping ahead a little bit, but in the beatdown of Ambrose Raw the other day,
yeah,
I thought it was so funny when Triple H just threw Saxton.
Yeah, it just like, fucking boom!
So, you fucking let them see the blood capsules! Get the fuck out of here!
I am convinced, like, Trips grabbed him for that reason.
I think it was. And he sold him out because he's just on the full, like,
dead, like sold like death.
Definitely.
we'll get to that. And
I just had to quote that. I remembered it.
We just need to rip into that as we get to it. But Steph comes out with her music, like she's getting all emotional, and me and Sophie, we were watching this live. We were just pissing ourselves laughing. It was like, you're having a fucking giggle, aren't you? It's like, whatever, let's just get this fucking segment over with. Then Shane's music hits.
Yep, and it was just like everyone fucking loses. Vince's face, man.
No,
it was like he didn't know. Because he was like, oh. Fuck. And you know what? A lot of people gave Shane shit for what he was wearing. I think the whole suit trainers thing was an alright look.
It's vintage Shane.
Yeah.
I mean, like, me and Soph went from laughing to, like, we shouted like 1:30 in the morning in this room, like, get the fuck out of here with that. Here comes the money.
Yeah.
Holy fuck! Oh my god! It's just like, no fucking way! And it was like, holy shit, what the fuck's Shane doing here?
And I think it was like a legit surprise. Like, I think they had kept that under wraps pretty well.
Oh god, yeah. Like, the last time they pulled that one off was the Raw after SummerSlam with the Dudley Boys. No one knew they were coming.
Yeah, there was a couple of rumblings, and for some reason, because I think, because Bubba Ray had shown up in like the Royal Rumble on his own, and then a couple of weeks after, so you could have got the hint from there.
Yeah, but it's just a case of where and when, but most of the time, like, this sort of stuff just gets leaked anyway.
Oh, yeah, easy.
I mean, whether it's Meltzer, Alvarez, or someone else.
Or just somebody hears it from someone else, like, oh, this person's going to be backstage.
No.
Ooh.
But no, otherwise, I mean, Shane coming back was a very welcome thing. And it's like he's speaking for the fans.
Yeah, I do like how they are saying all that. He is very much like, he's like, Vince is like, what are you doing here? And he's like, I want control of Raw. Because there are people here who are really talented who are getting pushed down, and I don't think that's fair. Which it was quite funny because a lot of superstars retweeted that. Emma retweeted it. Which, you know what? Emma has some skill.
Yeah,
and
like,
she's definitely
she has improved, yeah. I mean, well, actually, speaking of burials, the worst case, well, me and Sophie discussing this, and it's a very sad case, Tyler Breeze.
I mean, Prince pretty...
The best guy to have not won the NXT title, and he's getting buried harder than The Undertaker at Survivor Series 2003.
Yeah, but as much as I think Vince loved that gimmick because he's like, oh, he fits in with the kids and the Utah today, millennials.
If anything, I think I've said this at least in another episode or in discussion with you outside of podcasting, that I firmly believe that Breeze would be the next Shawn Michaels. He's got the narcissistic personality and the kick to match.
Yeah, he does, but I don't think you could ever get Tyler Breeze to like lean back on that gimmick. I think he has to do it to the full extent because he came up with it on his own. Triple H helped him make sure that gimmick got through on NXT. And on NXT, it works.
Yeah.
It really worked on NXT.
The problem is like when you go to main roster, you're not dealing like with the hardcore fans. You're dealing with the casual crowd.
Yeah, and
well, Connor and Victor learned that the hard way.
Yeah, and it's always a thing in WWE. If you're not marketable, no one cares.
Yeah.
They won't push you. They won't give you anything. They don't think you're gonna rake in the t-shirt sales and stuff like that.
No, well that'll be a discussion for later on in the podcast because it is relating to the NXT call-ups, the burials, and who would and wouldn't be marketable alongside what is considered a Vince McMahon kind of wrestler from NXT. We'll get to that later on. So we'll go back to Raw and Shane. He wants control over the dub. He wants to push wrestlers that actually have talents. And actually he wants to bring credibility back into Raw. He wants to bring credibility back into wrestling. He wants to give the fans, without pandering, he wants to give us what we want.
Yeah. And the one thing, there's something he's holding over Vince, which we still don't know what it is, because
he just said it's like in a lockbox.
Yeah. It might just come down to it's like it's been written into Vince's will or something like that, but I really liked how they were going with it because it felt personal, and it is that thing of like going into what Stephanie said like the week after. It's like it is true. Shane hasn't been there for a lot of stuff. He wasn't there for like WrestleManias and things like that. Excuse me.
But he has been keeping an eye on the dub.
And like he's been busy, like being a businessman sort of thing. But
with his ventures in China, wasn't it?
Yeah, some stuff he succeeded in. Some stuff I think went down under. I think it was a bit of like hit and miss sort of situation.
Like a businessman. I mean, it's always going to have its ups and downs.
Yeah, that's true. But Vince obviously thinks about it and gets Steph to leave, and I love it because Steph's like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "Just leave. Let me have a personal moment with my son in the middle of the fucking ring where the crowd are there. Personal moment with my son.
Yeah,
just let me have a moment, please, that the cameras can see, and all of you." Steph, go to the back and watch on a TV.
Yeah, go do your thing with Hunter or something. I don't know. But, I mean, Shane just straight up says, I want Raw. The ratings suck. People who are talented aren't getting what they deserve. And something needs to give. And me and Sophie looking at each other thinking, Shane is talking on our fucking behalf.
Yeah, he's definitely...
he's speaking on behalf of the disgruntled and annoyed fans. I mean, I love NXT, but I am so dissatisfied at times with the WWE product, like the Raw product. I mean, I enjoy wrestling and all, but Raw has become so diluted.
It's just kind of predictable, and it is literally just like, I mean, it's, to be honest, like, this is probably one of the most predictable WrestleManias.
Yeah.
Like, apart from a couple of matches, it's like, it's the program has just gotten to the point where it's like even people who like, because I don't really try to like predict stuff on like as I'm watching the show, but it's just like yeah, I can see how this is gonna finish. Oh, that ending is a great finish. Oh, I'm surprised.
I mean, the finish at the main event of Fastlane.
You know what? The moment when it was just Ambrose and Lesnar, that was really fun to watch.
Yeah, cause, I mean, I saw that, and then like I was actually kind of disappointed with the match in a way that Ambrose had to carry both Reigns and Lesnar with their limited moves of doom, and Ambrose is by far the better performer of the three. Reigns gets the pin in that match, like he gets nailed by chairs like into his back about 2-3 times, and like he just
no-sells it and spears him.
Like, fuck that noise. I know you're trying to fucking market Reigns as the next Cena, the next Superman, whatever, but no one is fucking buying it, which is going to be another point that we're going to get to discussing Shane O'Mac's return to Raw and all the shit that happened with that. But no, I mean, getting back to Shane, and before we go on another fucking rant, and our dissatisfaction with the WWE product with Raw.
It's what we do at this point. We just kind of rant and rave about stuff because, you know,
yeah,
that's the problem when you're a wrestling fan. You fantasy book and you go, hang on, this is how you do this. I don't run the business, but this is how you do it.
And like Shane basically, you know, he wants control, and Vince just starts. He drops the first bomb.
You do see it as the promo is going on. Like he says later on, like you see it clicking in his head, and he has that thing of, okay, you want to control the company? You can. You just have to have one match at any point, whenever I say. And like you know, Shane thinks about it and goes, okay, fine.
Yeah.
And then he goes, but your opponent will be at WrestleMania. And it was like, here we go. This is where we're going because we didn't know Undertaker's match yet. And I was like, okay. And it will be against The Undertaker.
And it was
my gunslinger, which he's never called him before.
Like, my face dropped. It was like Shane versus Taker at Mania.
And not only that, in hell, in a cell. It was like,
oh, holy fuck.
Okay.
You're like, you just raised the fucking bar here, Vince. You know Shane's going to go off the fucking top.
But overall, I think this is good because since probably 29, since I think it was 29, it was Taker versus Punk. Yeah, that was a good match. But 30, 31, they were kind of just kind of matches. Like Taker he can't work very.
Well, take into account
he's old. I mean, he's what 50 this year.
If not pushing 51, I'm not entirely sure. But you do have to take into account that Taker did get concussed against Lesnar at first.
Yeah, but even before then, it was just that thing. And it's like, I like this match because it not only is it less like, I mean, it feels like there's more at stake, and it feels like it's a gimmick match, which at this point, I mean, how many more Manias do you think Taker has in him? 3?
At most.
So it's like, you make them gimmick matches at this point.
Yeah, I mean...
And the idea is like, okay, he's against Shane, who's not a worker, he's in his 40s, sort of thing. It's like, okay, you're turning it into a spectacle, and it's not going like, there's not going to be a lot of wrestling.
But there's going to be a lot of spots.
There's going to be a lot of spots, a lot of, like, interference, I can imagine. And the thing I did like is, like, there's a moment where he says that Shane does have a moment like, oh, I forgot you could do that.
But notice how he didn't exactly flinch or object to it.
No, there's just like a look in his eyes of like,
okay, well, I'll do that.
Okay, yeah, sure. I haven't jumped off a cell in a while.
Yeah, like,
okay.
It won't be my first rodeo with Taker, I'm sure, but okay.
Oh, imagine if we tried to do a coast to coast with the trash can again.
That'd be fucking hilarious. I'm actually picturing Taker with the fucking rubbish bin like over him and just like punt.
Did Shane actually ever hit that? I feel like every time he went for it, he missed. Like someone threw the trash can back at him.
We're gonna have to look over some of these matches.
Yeah, the thing I like about Shane was he was very he's not a wrestler. It's very obvious.
I mean, he can wrestle to an extent, but
he wanted to show his best. He's not just like, oh, I'm just daddy's rich boy. He wanted to like prove like I can do this stuff, and I don't mind. I mean, Kurt Angle nearly fucking killed him in that match when he threw him into that glass.
Yeah, the King of the Ring.
It was meant to be like sugar glass, like stuff, but it was like fiberglass. It was like stuff Riot Shield's made out of.
Yeah, like
he lands on his neck.
Yeah, like
and it's like
at an angle.
Yeah,
like Shane insisted on being put through that to put him over.
Yeah, he said to Kurt Angle, do it again. And he throws him through again, and then throws him the other side. It's like...
Shane, you are a fucking crazy bastard. I mean, like, you were saying that he jumped off the Titantron at some point.
Yeah, is it a match with Big Show, I think?
Yeah, like, he goes, like, off the top and, like, onto the...
Yeah, I remember watching that as a kid, because you see him cross himself, and it's like, oh no. And Jim Ross is like, no, don't do it. And you just watch him going, oh my god. And because they cut to that back angle where you see him fall, and then, like, when you don't see him is when the crowd jump up.
Yeah.
But there is an alternate angle where you see him hit it, and it's just like, fucking hell.
What about that time SummerSlam against Steve Blackman? He gets hit in the back with a kendo stick, and he just like sells it so that he's fallen a good 20, 30 feet like, off that ladder.
Oh god, yeah.
You know the spot I'm thinking.
Yeah.
It's just like, and not the Dudley Boys kind of bomb drop either.
No, just. Oh, he's going. He's gone.
Actually, no. To describe this particular bomb drop, back out.
Yep.
You know.
Definitely, but
nah, that's possibly going to be a candidate for the match of the night.
I hope. I mean, looking at what else there is a big chance of it. But we have tomorrow night is
not Fastlane.
No,
fucking hell, it's a Roadblock.
Which is great because it's just like, oh, how many more car references? We've got Fastlane, you've got Roadblock. Triple H keeps referring to his opponent as a speed bump or a pothole, and it's like potholes can wreck cars, Triple H. But because in the was it in the Raw after Fastlane when Triple H just fucking battered the shit out of Reigns?
Yeah, it was that one, and okay. I'm just going to clarify. I like Reigns because he has tremendous upside and he can be utilised correctly. But he is not going over, and that battering that he got in Detroit in that Raw was single-handedly the biggest indicator that he is not over. When you got a crowd screaming yes, but every time Reigns' head got punted,
douche.
Like someone just before I carry on, someone made a gif of that. Like, as if Trips is screaming, why won't you go fucking over?
Yeah. You can also do that with, like, Mario music, and every time he hits it, it's a da-ding, da-ding, da-ding,
oh, no.
da-ding.
Did you ever watch that Botchamania episode with Victory Road?
Oh, God, yeah.
Just picture that as, like...
Definitely.
But, no, I mean, that was beautiful to watch, because...
That was a really good moment, and, like it from not counting the crowd, it definitely paints a thing of Triple H is the bad guy because he just beats the shit out of him.
Yeah, but he turned face thanks to that crowd.
Yeah, but I think they were able to reset that with him beating up Ambrose in the lead up to Roadblock. But
no, and then there was Byron Saxton and the botch of the year.
That's the thing, like. The problem is, because of like the era we are where everyone has phones and that, someone's of course going to be filming that.
Yeah.
And like, that's not Saxton's fault. Granted, he maybe could have done it a bit more subtly, because he's like standing back and then he just like throws it.
Yeah, it's like the world's worst sleight of hand.
Yeah. Like what they could have done is like he'd left something on it, like he left his phone, he went to grab his phone, and then as he grabs it, like the capsule's there and Reigns.
Yeah.
But also Reigns has been off TV because he apparently did legit injure himself in a house show.
It wasn't so much a broken nose; it was a deviated septum.
Yeah.
Like which, it's like this bit, I believe it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like the little strip of flesh like between your nostrils.
Yeah, the gap bit.
Yeah. And like when people saying like, "Oh, it was a broken nose," I didn't buy it because the minute we caught wind of that, I thought, no, you're taking him off Raw for possibly up until Mania because it's going to be in Chicago, Philadelphia, Brooklyn, and MSG. All four of which are massive fan crowds. You know, they're going to annihilate Reigns. But, you know, I mean, taking him off Raw is a smart decision.
Yeah, it was a good idea.
But do you really think the best part of 80,000 people are going to let him off for it in Dallas when it comes to Mania?
I don't know. It depends. I really don't know how they're going to do it. Because I feel like there's a lot, depending on how Roadblock happens. That's the thing. It's easy to say, well, Triple H will just win at Roadblock.
But that's not guaranteeing that Reigns could possibly come back and possibly shock trips as well.
Well, the thing that I think would be cool is, all right, here we go. This is Nick's fantasy booking for Roadblock. So main event: Ambrose versus Triple H. Ambrose, like they have a really good match. Ambrose gets the upper hand and is about to, and this in turn is turning Reigns heel. Shows up
and spears him,
interferes with the match, saying, "You are not taking my chance to win the title and to get rid of the authority. You're not taking."
Yeah, not before me.
Yeah, you do not get to take that from me, because then he's heel, and then you've got the thing of, like, Triple H could go, I know what'll be a really good idea for WrestleMania. I know he's probably been training for it and everything, but then you could do the thing of, maybe this is the sort of thing that happens after, but, like, you could just have this moment of, it'd be the quickest way to turn him heel, is Ambrose is going to win, and he's like, he does dirty deeds, he's about to get him pinned, and he just comes out of nowhere and just spears him, and just goes, no, this is my time, bugger off.
Yeah, and Tripp's been like, just barely getting up. He doesn't know that Reigns is there. He just gets up, sees Ambrose decked out.
Yeah, exactly.
And just gets the pin. 1, 2, 3. Ambrose is livid because Reigns has just robbed him of that opportunity to win the belt.
Yeah, or even if, like, the ref sees it, it becomes a DQ.
Yeah,
and because like Triple H is so looking forward to the opportunity to, like, bury Reigns. He's got that shovel ready. Instead of a sledgehammer, he's just going to come out with a shovel, start digging along the ramp, going, guess where you're going, buddy?
Like, digging a hole, digging a hole.
Yeah, that's like, because for all intents and purposes, I don't think Ambrose is going to come. If he comes out with a title, it's going to be like instantly taken off him in some bullshit thing.
Yeah, I mean, Roadblock is almost meaningless as a pay-per-view because it's in between Fastlane and Mania. It's a fill-in pay-per-view for what,
It's not even technically a pay-per-view because it's only on the network, and I think the only problem with it is the main event of Triple H versus Ambrose is a bigger main event than Triple H Reigns.
Yeah.
Which in turn takes away from the magic of WrestleMania. It seems like a really weird move to do it. I mean, it's like less than 30 days away. Like,
yeah, I think. As it stands right now, we're on the 11th of March.
Yeah, on day of recording. Yeah.
And we have maybe 3 weeks before Mania.
Yeah. So
we're on the 11th.
We got 3 more Raws.
Yeah.
And obviously the 14th is going to be like your fallout of Roadblock, which will involve like your Wyatt Lesnar stuff. It's like, I feel like it's a weird time to do it. I get there's like between Fastlane and WrestleMania there was like a 7-week gap.
I think what it is that they need some sort of event within March because Mania's going to be early April.
Yeah.
Like that's on the 3rd, isn't it?
3rd of April.
And Fastlane is at the end of February, so they need something in March to pad this out.
Yeah, I get that, but it's just a thing of, it just feels like all this hype that everyone's getting for WrestleMania, and now it's like we've shoehorned this thing of, well, Ambrose has said, fuck it, give me a title shot. After getting battered by Lesnar for a street fight, we are so just going around this in the weirdest order.
Yeah, I mean,
but it's been a while, so we're kind of like picking, talking about the bits.
The booking of Roadblock is a bit weird, but we'll get back to that. I mean, the Raw to close off was Reigns getting smacked like a bitch by Triple H.
And pedigreed on the steps. Remember, he got pedigreed on the steps.
There was actually someone got a picture of that, like proper HD quality. It was actually my desktop wallpaper for a while. I only changed it because if a casual fan or a non-wrestling fan was to look at it,
why have you got this sweaty man
like with a
guy's head between his thighs?
Yeah,
and he's going like, ooh.
Yeah, exactly. I changed it thinking, you know what, someone's going to give me the world's most dodgiest look, and I'm going to get so embarrassed.
Or someone just walks by and goes, wrestling. It just doesn't care.
Yeah, but I was more concerned about the first reaction, like, it's just a wrestling thing, never mind. But it's like, why the fuck is there a dude's like head in between that guy's legs?
Yeah, just something like, here's your coffee, sir. Why are you, sir? You're not allowed to watch gay porn in here, sir. Please. It's not gay porn. It's wrestling. So you're not allowed to watch gay porn in here.
I ended up changing it back to that Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn one you'd seen
Oh,
last time.
We're destined to do this forever one.
Yeah, like my wallpaper is subject to change, so.
Oh yeah, mine changes. Mine hasn't changed in about a month, but
Yeah.
it normally changes every week.
But no, that beating was beautiful because the crowd ate it up and turned Tripp's face.
Yeah.
And then the following week, he goes and batters Ambrose, which kind of resets his heel status, but people are still loving it because this is the cerebral assassin. This is the game.
Yeah, it's not. The only problem is there are like 4 Triple H's. You have the game, you have the authority, you have the one who runs the company, like actual, and then you have the one in
You got
NXT,
Yeah.
you got the real Triple H, who's in like interviews and that, and then you got the authority dude, and then you got the game.
Yeah. For all intents
And he has a personality disorder.
Well, for the sake of argument, let's just refer to Triple H as Paul regarding NXT. Just to differentiate an outside ring activities. Okay, granted, he'd probably be preferring to be called Hunter.
The blue blood Hunter Hearst Helmsley.
Oh, Jesus Christ. We were actually watching Monday Night Raw from the 90s not long ago, and it's like...
That gimmick, man.
Yeah, and to think they were going to saddle him with something like that in WCW before he left.
But, from the shittiest gimmicks come some of the greats. I mean, you got him, you got Stone Cold,
yeah, when
The Rock.
Stone Cold with DiBiase at first.
The Ringmaster! Stunning Steve Austin!
Stunning Steve Austin in WCW was actually pretty cool. I just thought it was weird seeing Stone Cold with hair.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely a weird thing. And a younger face.
Yeah.
It's great.
It's like, what? Like, who would think that, like, only 4 years later he'd become the beer-chugging, middle-finger-giving maniac with no one love?
Become the Attitude Era, basically.
Well, the same could be said about Rocky. He goes from like this...
He went from being Rocky Maivia and being... trying to die, Rocky die.
Yeah, like the most clean-cut face in the history of fucking ever to The Rock.
And I think you can kind of replicate it with Reigns. Because you have this thing of people are just booing him so much. And instead of him doing the thing of coming down fist bumping, you just turn around and go, you know what, none of you guys like me, so I'm just going to be a dick.
Actually, I just remember going back to Raw after Fastlane. One of the standout bits, I didn't realise it at first until later. The F-bomb that Vince dropped.
Oh, Vince dropping the F-bomb there. This was a
that was brilliant.
This was a moment.
It was just like, oh, I'm going to give you the worst fucking beating you ever had.
But it's great because it's like he forgets. Like, it felt so real. Because he gets right in his face and, besides admitting that I've beat my son and I've got no problem beating you again, it's like, okay, you're kind of into child abuse there. And teaching him lessons, and he's like, and she's like, yes, I remember those lessons, I remember those beatings. It's like, okay, careful with your wording there, that sounds a bit wrong. But just, he gets up right in his face, and I've got no problem giving you the fucking beating again. And the crowd was like, holy shit!
It was like, that's not PG, Vince.
Nope.
That's not fucking PG.
Just so somebody went back, Vince, you you're fired! What? What? Don't tell me, why just get the fuck out?
How did they get that past the network? I will never know.
Well, it has been, even on the broadcast it was censored, because obviously there's like a little delay.
Like a tape delay. Yeah, you have to take into account, this was, at the time, anything between 8 and half 8 Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah.
If we're going to use the 9 o'clock rule here.
Yeah, it was before your watershed stuff.
Yeah, so that's why it came off as even a bigger surprise that he just dropped that F-bomb.
Yeah, but thankfully it is cut from the broadcast, but the crowd just lost their mind, and it's fair enough, because when you hear he doesn't like mumble, he's like, the fucking beating you deserve, and it was like, whoa!
Okay, Vince. Not me.
It's still real to me, damn it! Because I'm Vince McMahon! He's like the most realist motherfucker, and everyone's like, just looking around the room like, imagine people in the back, someone like Ian Kerrigan like drops it into like the mashed potato going,
No. Actually,
Tyre's sitting at home going, wait, I give you a little tap on the shoulder, I get suspended. You swear, and you're...
ice cream flip.
Horror. Walks out the room.
No. But they needed that They needed the black guy from WrestleMania 30, the Ellis and the guy who, Undertaker reaction.
Yeah.
They needed him for that moment, just so like his face can be plastered on the screen. It's like
you got him on one side of Brock Lesnar, and it's like going, yeah! Just doing his Brock Lesnar thing.
I mean, Raw itself was pretty good. We got to see
Raw's been good recently.
Yeah,
like
we've had Y2AJ, and then we didn't.
It's like shortest tag team ever.
It's like very promising and over tag team, and they're gone.
Because Y2J is a whiny little bitch. Oh, they're sounding for you instead of me. I'm gonna put the t-shirt down your throat.
It's
like some serious sexual innuendo there. Is he like, just like, yeah, take it. It's like, whoa, whoa, AJ.
I saw a GIF on Reddit or someone posted that as a reaction. Like, this is Chris Jericho justified reaction, and it was basically a GIF from a Kevin Steen promo. Well, Kevin Owens for the WWE fans when he was in Ring of Honor, like, where's my fucking chant?
Yeah, pretty much.
I need to show that to you after because that's one of the funniest promos I've seen. It's just Owens going off on the deep end.
Yeah, definitely. But it's been a thing because they were working alright as a team.
Yeah, I quite liked them as a team, to be
honest. But AJ, if he gets saddled with just being in a team, he's going to be stuck in mid card, and
he's going to
They are setting him up to be top tier after Mania. They can't do it yet because they've got everything set for Mania.
Yeah, I mean Jericho knows he's going to put Styles over at Mania.
Yeah,
I mean, like he's put him over on Raw already. He'll gladly do it at Mania because at this point Jericho's got nothing else to give or to gain.
I think the only problem is because they have had their 3 matches technically, because it was AJ won the first, Jericho won second, and then AJ won the third.
And
technically, like you can't. It's like sort of your brother match rule stuff. Like that's already passed, but I don't know. I think they just didn't know what to do. And
well, if anything, I mean, given that the majority of the top card are either injured or doing their own thing, I think it's best that Styles and Jericho go at it again at Mania.
Yeah, and it'll be an alright match. Okay, I know I've already ruined Chris Jericho for you with the hips.
Oh no! What have you pointed out now?
No, this annoys me. Anytime he does a move, come on, baby! Every time, and it's like, okay, we get it. That's like me going every time. It's like Ric Flair going woo every time he hits somebody.
No,
it's more irritating.
Have you noticed Ric Flair's been doing the whole woo thing almost every 5 fucking seconds?
Well, that's because that's all he can do.
It's like Ric Flair's become a Pokemon. It's like, go Rick, woo! Yeah, like. Rick, use body slam. Woo! Like, it's super effective.
Rick, blade yourself.
Woo! Like, I don't know, name a wrestler that would just fall after a fucking leg drop from Ric Flair. No, I got it. Shawn Michaels 2005, that SummerSlam match of Hulk Hogan. It's like, Ric Flair used leg drop. It's super effective. Shawn Michaels fainted. Woo!
Yeah, pretty much.
But no, I mean, Raw has been pretty decent. You're on
your build up WrestleMania.
It's been really fun. I mean, Kevin Owens is getting some good fun in, and the look on his face last week when he heard Zayn's music.
Oh yeah,
he looked like he'd either shit himself or seen a ghost.
Both.
Yeah, it's just like, okay, I'm going to beat the shit out of Neville, and that's why I'm the champ. I love that about him. And I love the fact that he just rips into commentary all the time.
Oh yeah, Owens is great. But yeah, the way I would describe his face when he heard Zayn's music, it's like when you're playing Dark Souls.
I've never played it.
Oh man, you really need to play these games. They're great. It's like you get the boss down to half health, and think, all right, yeah, I'm kicking your ass. And then like he changes form, and like you're just like, oh fuck, because you're like, okay, I've done some work. Oh no,
and then you're dead.
Yeah, and it's like, beep. Oh mother.
Actually, no, that would be more applicable to going to Zeromus for the first time in Final Fantasy 4. He just fucking annihilated.
Or just like Final Fantasy 7. Oh, what's this thing sticking out of the desert? Look. Oh, it's a web. Oh, it's Ruby.
Oh, you're fucked now, buddy.
You're fucked.
Yeah.
Even though I have the best strategy in the world, because I don't even have to push a button.
You have to run that by me again at some point. We'll do that after the podcast.
Yeah.
Kalisto's been getting some decent balls. I didn't like the fact that they basically had Tyler Breeze job to him I mean, he's doing all right with the tag. He's doing great as US champ. But I kind of feel that him and ADR have kind of devalued it.
Just get rid of Del Rio.
Yeah. Well,
There you go.
We go back to episode 1 of my fuck ADR rant.
Like League of Nations, like they are just, I don't know.
What is their fucking purpose other than okay?
Hey, we work for the authority and we're a bad guy stable.
Well, I'm gonna cut down all 4 members into little chunks, right? ADR only comes back because fuck ADR, fuck that little spinny thing he does with his hand. What the fuck is that?
See.
No, you are not a Spanish Daniel Bryan. Shut the fuck up.
He thinks he is.
He bloody ain't. But no, I mean, Ken Barrett was fantastic with the whole Bad News Barrett thing. He was over and then he just like, nope, burial for you.
But the problem was, Bad News Barrett worked. The reason they got over so well is because he was injured, so he couldn't do any matches. So his thing was just, he's just going to be on a podium going, I got some bad news. I still love the one time when the podium doesn't raise. And he's stuck on the ground. He's like, for this bad news, I have come down to your level to deliver it to you.
Are you telling me that his podium has come out of nowhere? It's like, I'm afraid I got some bad news.
Well, because they always have it said, it always like rides up so he's above the crowd. But there's one point where it's stuck. And I was like, I think you say, like, try it, and it like judges, and he just goes, for this one, I've come down to your level. And it's like,
nice.
Saved it.
Good improvisation. I mean, Rusev, he had such potential to be like this monster heel, and they fucked him.
You know which stable I think Rusev would be better with?
Go.
Social Outcasts. I know. Well, I mean, remember, this is the one from last year WrestleMania came out on a motherfucking tank!
Yeah, just like... It's like in his tank like, Rusev Utria, Rusev Machka.
I have tank, motherfucker.
That is hands down one of the best entrances I've ever fucking seen. That was not The Undertaker.
Yeah.
I'm being serious.
He just comes out of the tank and he's like, man, sorry to get real vulgar, but I bet if you're riding in that tank going, I've got a fucking erection right now.
It's like Dr. Krieger in Archer, like, stop, my penis can only get so erect.
You're still like, man, I should put more protection on it if I get a low blow. Because, man, am I rocking a stiffy. Because I'm in a fucking tank!
Yeah, and then you got John Cena.
Just see this, Lana. I'm gonna fuck you so hard tonight because I'm in a tank!
And then John Cena comes out with the most fucking generic entrance ever.
America!
Fuck yeah! But,
I mean, sorry, this is going on tangents again.
Oh, no.
What he should have done, he should have just stayed in the tank. Cena comes out, does a salute, looks at him, and the tank just turns over and goes,
No, the turret.
You can't see me! Please!
Like, Rusev's in his fucking turret thing, just eyeing him, and the tank's like, let's say you're like, Cena's coming out, and like, from where I'm looking, and you just, me and the tank just turning the turret, watching him go down to the ring, and then when his music is done, Rusev will jump out the tank and like, Rusev Machka, and his theme comes on. That would have been fucking fantastic. Just like getting stared down by a tank for your entire entrance before the Russian brute comes out.
See, Cena would still look at the tank and think, you can't see me. Please don't see me. If I wave it fast enough, you won't see me.
I should have like a firework pyrotechnic come out of the turret. That would.
Well, they fired the cannons and they killed the crowd.
No, I mean, Rusev went from that to a jump.
Monster heel, and he's now just like,
you don't know what you're doing with him. And Sheamus, I feel the worst for Sheamus because I like him, but he's kind of like he's in purgatory.
I liked Sheamus. And then he had 50,000 matches with Randy Orton.
Oh, Jesus, don't. That was fucking atrocious.
And it was just like, man, like, talk about overexposure to somebody.
Yeah,
like,
well, it's kind of like John Cena.
I mean, at least he's got rid of the fucking dreadlocks and beard.
Did he?
Yeah,
I didn't know this.
I think he's still got the stupid hair, but I think he got rid of like all the like Viking beard.
I liked it. I mean, like, Sheamus is in purgatory as far as I'm concerned with his character and gimmick. I mean, he needs a change. He really does. But the Social Outcasts, I actually did not like them at first, but they are actually growing on me. Bo Dallas cracks me up. And I cannot look at Heath Slater and take him seriously thanks to Sophie. She knows. I don't know if I should actually explain this, in the event.
No one can see you pointing, by the way.
No,
Audio podcast. Great.
it's
Great,
fine,
great visual
but no,
metaphor.
basically, we've got an in joke. I can't take Heath Slater seriously, and to an extent. And to an extent, I can't take Bo Dallas seriously either because of said in joke. Something. She's just like shrugging at me like Toriano and like
She
just.
probably can't hear you.
No, she can hear me.
Okay. Yeah, you got flipped off. Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
No, I mean the social outcasts are going on. To be honest, I mean
Yeah,
Heath and Bo
alright.
actually do tickle me. I don't know why I mean Adam Rose is really funny, but what do they call him? The rabid mongoose?
Oh, I have no fucking idea.
But then you got bloody Mr. Perfect's son, Curtis Axel.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you here? Why are you here, Mr. Axel?
I don't think anyone knows why he's there. I think they just let him in and then goes, wait, you're not here anymore. What? Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
Tags are still pretty fun. I mean, the Dudleys got this whole no table thing going on, but they've kind of been a bit weirdly hypocritical at the same time.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Because they're bringing out the tables, but they're not doing anything.
They're using it more as like a distraction thing.
Yeah.
I still think give Bubba a
solo
heel run, maybe put the IC title on him. He's not, as much as he really improved in his TNA days,
Yeah.
he's not good enough to be top card.
Yeah, to main event.
Also, I watched the TNA show the other week. I don't know if you saw that. Put it on the page.
Holy fuck,
I watched quite a good chunk of TNA Lockdown.
Oh my god.
Which, you know what? One of the things I will admit, because the thing I hate with WWE when it's like the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view or TLC, like if you're gonna call the pay-per-view after that match, you put every match in, you make that stick.
Yeah.
Every match in Lockdown took place in their 6 sides of steel. Even the women's match. So I got to see Velvet Sky, so I was very happy.
Ass?
Just Velvet Sky, she's just good.
No, I was going to say she got that ass.
And she got that ass.
Damn! Can't believe you watched TNA. Holy shit.
It was free on TV and I was bored and I was like...
yeah, we get it on Freeview, don't we?
Yeah, I was like not feeling rough and because I follow her on Twitter and I also follow Velvet Sky's ass on Twitter. There's actually a Twitter... It's just photos of her ass. Because, man, Bully Ray's a lucky bastard.
No way.
Yeah.
Fuck!
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's... Because there was an interview with Bully Ray and he would be cool with the idea of her coming to WWE.
Jesus. Actually, wait. Jesus!
But, the stuff I watched of it was alright.
Bloody hell.
I mean, yeah. It's Sunday at 9 o'clock, I think, when they put stuff on. And yeah. I do know Lockdown was quite a few weeks before. It was when they did their tour of the UK.
Yeah, with Kurt Angle's farewell tour.
Yeah. And it was like... I was like half watching it, half playing stuff on my DS. But it was like, yeah, it's alright.
Nothing special.
It wasn't offensively bad.
Oh, well, it could have been worse.
I mean, to be honest, the women's match was really cool because it was like an elimination chamber where it's like people coming in at like a timed interval.
Yeah.
But it was 2 teams against each other. But they were also had weapons on the cage, so they were just hitting each other with chairs and that, and it was just kind of like, huh.
I'll give it to TNA that they do push the boundaries a little bit with that.
Yeah, I mean, I have been hearing some stuff that they're like trying to get more investment. It sounds like they might.
Yeah, they're actually like looking for a new investor from what I'm hearing.
I think the problem is that they're not not small to refer like Ring of Honor and stuff as small isn't right, but they're not as they're too high profile.
But they're not.
But they're to be like the Ring of Honor and stuff where it's just kind of small shows that people don't see. And they're not high profile enough to be WWE quality. Yeah, so they're stuck in that thing of they can't drop enough because they probably have to let a bunch of people go.
Yeah, it's a tough one with them. I mean, it looks like they're finally getting their feet back. But getting back on mention, I mean, when you were talking about Bubba Ray,
yeah,
he was fantastic during his heel days. Like in TNA, from what I'd seen.
His TNA run was really good. I actually enjoyed watching him as the top heel champion.
Yeah, we just like battering Mr. Anderson.
He was just. Excuse me. His heel turn was really good as well because he was a face for so long. because it was during the Aces and Eights storyline.
Yeah.
And then just during his match, Aces and Eights come out and it's because Devon had joined it and he like gives him like a baseball bat or something and it like the crowd were like, oh fuck, and it worked really well.
I mean, I do think Devon's time is coming to an end. I would honestly love to see Bubba Ray just go full on heel and feud with Kevin Owens. Could you imagine the feuds between those two?
That'd be really interesting to watch.
Like, you close your eyes for a minute.
You got two like bigger guys who are both really skilled.
Yeah.
I don't know how much Bubba could do. I don't know how old he is now, actually.
I think he's in his like mid-40s or so.
Yeah, something like that.
I mean, the way I look at Bubba Ray, you close your eyes for a second, you almost think it's Paul Heyman screaming down the mic instead of Bubba Ray.
Yeah, you can imagine that.
Well, they're both New Yorkers, so.
Yeah, that's true.
But no, I mean, Bubba should go heel and solo. The New Day, fun as always.
They are, but that stuff with Edge and Christian was fucking cringy.
Yeah, it's kind of bad.
That was really bad because they do all that piss take, but then the night after they were pimping the Edge and Christian show. It was like,
Well, at least we have the satisfaction of seeing Xavier Woods review games while eating chili peppers.
Yeah, I mean Xavier Wood is great. The only problem is because there's the three of them. The problem is there's because they're the tag team champs, but Xavier doesn't get to wrestle that much, and I want to see him wrestle more. I want to see him improve because like Big E's amazing.
Yeah,
Big E's great. Kofi,
he's fun to watch.
He has his gimmicky stuff. I think that's the thing. But I like Xavier, and I love when the three of them come out. They do something, and they all go, oh, and they're just like looking and going, oh, and like Xavier just drops fucking references like, in Left 4 Dead or League of Legends.
I didn't catch it the first time. They threw a Mortal Kombat reference in, like shouting to the Usos, "Your brother's soul is mine.
Yep.
You'll be next." I missed that reference. How the hell I missed it? I don't know.
The best reference for me was when he played the Final Fantasy Victory theme on the trombone, and it was just like...
You just like creamed yourself there and then.
I mean, I've shown you this Twitter profile where it's basically the Final Fantasy 7 cover, but he's got the trombone instead of
and he's staring at the W headquarters in Stamford, isn't he?
Yeah, that's incredible.
I mean, New Day's doing great. Kalisto's doing alright with the US belt. He's doing well with his tag. The Usos, I still enjoy watching them, even though I can't bloody tell who is who and who's been put through a table. I still don't know. I don't know the difference between Jimmy and Jay. I just know they've got like face paint.
They have one's got paint on one side of the face, one's got the other. I don't know.
Neither do I.
One's married to Naomi Cameron. One of them.
I don't know. I really don't.
I don't know.
I mean,
you can tell there's stuff we don't care about because we've gone so quiet. Look at the track. It's all like mumbling. Like,
we're trying to figure shit out.
I'm just like, fucking Usos. Who the fuck cares?
Yeah, fucking Jimmy and Jay. Fucking.
No. I always love whenever they do their like little chant thing. Whichever one is, the one on the right is just kind of going
this hacker thing.
Yeah, but the dude on the left, he's saying it all right, but the other guy's just going. I
just remembered. Have you ever seen a New Day reaction on SmackDown?
No.
It is the fucking funniest thing you're going to see on the SmackDown episode. Because it's all pre-taped and they pipe in all like these fake crowd noises and shit. And New Day are meant to be heel. And you watch the dissonance. Like, they play booze, but the crowd are fucking eating it up and they're loving it.
Yeah, and there's like kids with like the light up unicorn dildo and stuff. No, you're bad guys.
Yeah, like, so it's like, oh, Birmingham! Woo! But you see the crowd just like marking out. And yeah! That's exactly it. Like, I think it was Codster9 or someone who like did like a video edit of like, it was like from a cartoon. I don't know what it was from. I think it may have been Ren and Stimpy, where she's showing like a bored as fuck crowd with like straight faces, like with a clack thing over, and on the other side of it is someone whirring a machine like with the clap, and it's got Vince's face on it. It is an accurate representation of SmackDown in a nutshell.
I can imagine.
Reigns gets cheered when he's been booed.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
But no, get a chance when you have a look at it.
Yeah, I'll definitely have to look that up.
And now for our next favourite rant. Well, we're going to get to it. it involves the Divas division, and I am actually looking forward to this triple threat match that's upcoming.
I'm glad it's a triple threat.
Yeah.
I was so worried. It was like,
there'd be no justification if it was just one-on-one between Sasha and Charlotte, or Becky and Charlotte.
If they were going to go one-on-one, it would be Sasha versus Charlotte, and then Becky would be left at the wayside. And it was like,
no, you
man, I don't want that, because all three of them are great. They had some really good work in NXT. And you know what? I actually genuinely do not know who I want to win that match.
No, it's a tough one to call, because I'm going to be happy either which way.
Yeah.
I mean, Charlotte is a fantastic heel champion.
Yep.
So is Sasha if she gets hold of the belt.
Sasha's great. Sasha's the most talented out of the three.
Easily. And Becky is a fantastic face. Everyone loves a bit of an Irish lass.
I still don't like the self-proclaimed Irish lass kicker. Shut up, Cole.
Oh, Jesus,
he's the worst.
I am convinced that Cole would do a lot better without Vince screaming down his headset.
Yeah, well,
he's got to say just to keep.
Yeah, I remember on the Beast in the East stuff when it was him and I think him and Saxon were doing commentary.
Yeah,
but he didn't have Vince yelling down his ear, and
he was actually quite good.
He was good, and he was like, what?
Where is this Michael Cole, and why have we not heard him till now?
Where's the real? Is it the real Michael Cole? Slap! Damn it, Vince! I remember that it was something that was featured in one Botchamania. It's like after they come back from a break, you hear him talking to Vince like, "Oh, do you want me to pimp the network again? I've been doing it all fucking night." And it was just like,
no way. What?
I can't remember which Botchamania it is, but there's just it's like he comes back from break.
Yeah.
And like for some reason they've got the commentary stuff live. Oop, you good?
Yeah, good.
And it was just like, oh, mind you, they've had hiccups with that before. There was I think it's in one of the It wasn't long after Punk left, and like the crowd were just going, "See ya, Punk." It's like, do you think this will ever, wrap up? And like Jay goes, like, it's like, how about go away? And he's just like, oh shit.
Oh man.
Speaking of Punk, he has his UFC match reconfirmed.
Jesus, I'm convinced he's going to be injured again before UFC 200.
If he gets in the match, win or lose, I think it's still going to be interesting to watch, and I think he will be happy with what happens. And I've got respect for him for giving it a go.
Yeah, you've got to give him that. But Dana White's just going to... Well, I've affectionately called him Dana McMahon on my radio show because, as you know, I do my radio stuff with the university.
Yeah.
And I take the piss out of Dana White by comparing him to a real-life version of Mr. McMahon. Mainly because he told Holly Holm to wait until Rousey's recovered from the shit kick.
Holly Holm's had another match since, and she lost.
She lost to Misha Tate.
Who Ronda Rousey beat.
Yeah.
Twice, I think.
But
I need to keep up more UFC.
Same. But no, getting back to Punk, if he gets injured, calling it. I always want to go down to the bookies, just say £10 says CM Punk gets injured before UFC 200.
Yeah.
Well, there was also that report I was telling you about on the way up that he had 16 training fights in let's just call it the performance sense for the sake of it.
Yeah.
And he only won one of those 16.
Yeah. I wonder how long ago that was though, because I mean, you hear stuff like that, but I also hear other reports saying that he's like actually getting along really well, and he's really working on his technique, and he's getting stuff done. Can I just make a quick point out? EA does have the curse of the cover, because the two people on the UFC 2 cover,
McGregor
and Rousey, the game's not out yet, and the two people who are on the cover have lost since.
Well, McGregor is still a winner because he got a big, fat, massive paycheck
that
fight with Diaz.
And I bet Rousey's probably not short on money.
Nah, but getting back on point, I mean, the Punk chants, they were evident in the Chicago episode of Raw recently.
Oh, God, yeah.
But they were justified. It wasn't like a mindless CM Punk chant that was to be expected. I mean, Vince comes out like, "Oh, is that all you got?"
The reason it happens is because Shane comes out. This is on this week's Raw. Shane comes out, starts talking, and then the Undertaker's gong hits, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And so everyone's like, "Oh shit, it's the Undertaker!" Lights go down, and then no change, and the crowd are just like, "This is bullshit."
Yeah, they just annihilated Vince as he made his way.
And he's just like, "Come on, yes, let's see how long you keep this up." And they stop, and then they start the CM Punk chants, and he goes, "All right, let's see what you got." And somebody goes, would have expected a bit more than that. And it's just like, fucking saved!
And the second time they pulled off the chants was Ryback doing the running knee in the GTS tournament.
Yeah,
Completely and utterly justified.
I will admit I did kind of skip over that because I don't really care about Ryback.
You mean Goldberg?
Ryberg. Goldback.
I think no, Diamondback is the kind of breed. I don't know what Goldback is, if such a thing exists.
I don't know.
No, I mean, Taker came out last week as well, and he's basically said, "I am not responsible for what I do to your son."
I didn't like that promo.
I kind of liked it.
It's short and
because
sweet, but like
you kind of expected a bit more from Taker as well.
like it. I can't talk. It's like Vince does something like, "Oh, he's my demon, he's my gunslinger," and but like if I was Taker, it's like, why the fuck should I do this?
Well,
Why?
the way I'm looking at it, Taker's a company man, and he knows what's at stake.
Yeah, but it's like in storyline, like, what do I have to gain out of beating him? It's not. You're just using me basically in this feud. It's not like I have beef with Shane.
No, not at all.
It's just like, oh, okay. It's like, oh wait, I'm fighting Shane. Oh, okay.
Okay, but I am not responsible.
The blood of your son's on your hands. Also, I've choked you, but I'm not getting suspended.
Yeah, so somewhere out there, Titus O'Neil is flipping the table.
God damn it!
No, actually, Steph pulled a great table flip on Raw as well.
Oh god, yeah.
That was fantastic. She's getting more and more pissed with the crowd. Like, wasn't that? I think that was the Nashville one, wasn't it?
Probably.
It was like
I like Steph as a heel because she's just so.
That's the thing. You can't turn her face. It ain't gonna work.
But the only problem, like as a Triple H, there's two steps. There's the one that's on the show, but then there's one that's at the charity events, being all nice and the kids, and it's like, fuck you, you're a bitch.
It's like, I love you, but you're a bitch.
Yeah.
Like, outside of the ring, you're fucking fantastic, but you're a bitch in the ring.
Yeah.
Actually, it's kind of like the thing with John Cena, in and outside the ring. At least the last few years, not counting 2015 Cena, where it was just 5 moves of doom, lol, Cena wins, like, get the fuck out, but outside the ring, you're a dude.
Yeah, he's. I would have a beer with John Cena.
Same. Honestly, what I mean, 15 opened my eyes to Cena and how much he puts out.
Yeah. Like, despite what you think of Cena, as a person in that company, he's great.
He's given everything.
Yeah. Man, we've kind of rambled our way towards, I think we're kind of, anything else really we need to cover?
Okay, so we've gone through the essential rundowns of the last few wars because...
Yeah, we kind of covered the last few weeks of like the important stuff anyway.
Yeah. Well, I want to go back to fucking Byron Saxton getting ragdolled by Triple H. Just like, grab!
Yeah, he just grabs him and fucking chucks him miles away.
But, like, me and Soph thought that was like in response to the... Like,
I think that may have been a response to like, oh god, Byron, they saw you give him the blood capsule. Oh, okay. What do you want to do? Okay, I'm going to beat the shit out of Ambrose, but I'm going to grab you and fling you. Okay.
Well, really, he couldn't do it to JBL or Cole, but doing it to Cole would have been just as hilarious. But
I don't know, he could have done it to Cole. Lesnar killed Michael Cole once.
Yeah, don't forget the shoe.
Yep.
But I think...
Rest in peace, shoe.
I
still love that because Cole no-sold that. Gets F5'd, loses his shoe,
and he just
rolls on the ring straight away. It's like, it's an F5! You stay down for a bit. You don't just go, roll out. It's like, no! You'd be on the floor going, Triple H can sell. Because he sold Dirty Deeds from Ambrose.
Yeah. That was a good sell.
Because the thing I love, he hits the floor. He doesn't like flat out. He just kind of stays in his hunched over like,
You're like,
and he just stays there. It looks like someone just like does the move. Someone's clicked on Triple H. Pause.
No,
he's like,
I actually love Ambrose the last few weeks as well because
Ambrose is great.
Yeah, I mean, I'm the poster child for do not try this at home.
This has been the bigger problem. Like the stuff they're saying up for Roadblock is like the more exciting main event than WrestleMania.
Yeah, I mean, well, this also brings about some booking questions and concerns. I mean, Ambrose has been better booked than Reigns. I mean, after Ambrose got battered by Lesnar in the car park, like, where was Reigns? Oh, I'm going to check on him on my phone. No, you get to the fucking hospital. You look like a dick.
Yeah, it's like if that's my best friend, I'm like, no, I'd be at the hospital with you, saying, come on, let's go, put him through another fucking table.
No,
I also love Ambrose thing of I get the shit kicked out of me. There's a mic. Yeah.
It's like
He basically does the Peter Griffin laugh because he like says it.
actually, you just reminded me. Did you know when Em and Trips were facing off with like in the little promo?
Oh,
It was
yeah.
like, well, you can suck it. Did you notice Trips' face?
Yeah.
Like you could tell he lost it. And that giggle that giggle Trips had. You could tell he had eye on his face in the camera because he was losing his shit because Ambrose got him.
Yeah, he must be like, oh, you bastard.
Like, you can suck it.
Nope. Bad guy. Stay in character.
Well, at least it couldn't be as bad as Undertaker and Paul Bearer, and Bear is trying to get Taker to laps, and he was like, ooh, and like just seeing Taker trying to keep a straight face.
Yeah. Rest in peace, Paul Bearer, God damn it.
Oh yeah! I can hear it from the heavens. Undertaker! No, Trips, he sold that Dirty Deeds better than Michael Cole getting that F5.
Oh god, yeah. But I loved it with Ambrose because after he got the shit kicked out of him by Lesnar, he's like,
hey Hunter, thanks.
and Lesnar's like, hey, how about a street fight at WrestleMania? And he like just beats him up, and him was like, okay. And he's like, yay.
It was more like, my client accepts. Boop. Like, mic drop, walk off.
But it has been that thing of, granted, it is making him just look kind of fucking silly, but it's just that thing of, hey, Hunter, thanks.
And Trips just loses his shit.
He's just like, motherfucker.
That's why I think Ambrose is getting better booking, because he's showing character by being a resilient motherfucker.
God, yeah.
I mean, he came to fucking Raw in an ambulance. Like, did that remind you of the time he came in the fucking police truck?
Yep. The thing that's funny is they took way too long to get that shutter up, because you could like he's ringing the siren and they're like trying to, and it's going slowly, and people trying to move stuff away. And he went, fuck it, just drive through like that cage of like stuff.
Ambrose has got a lot better character development than Reigns does.
You know anything? What happened to the paramedics that took him to the hospital? Are they just like knocked outside the hospital and he's like, yeah?
No. I like to think that in the ambulance parking bays there is an ambulance missing. Guys, there's an ambulance missing. Who did we check in early today? Ambrose, Dean. Oh fuck.
Wrestler guy? Oh no.
The lunatic.
And then just someone comes through like, hey, I just got thrown into the dumpster by a wrestler, I think.
Yeah, like blonde hair, leather jacket.
Shit. Phone the stadium. Hey, have you got... Yeah, we've got your ambulance. Okay.
Do you have Mr. Ambrose? Yeah, we do. Okay, bring him back.
do you need him to come back? Yeah.
Yeah, he just got like his head stamped on by Brock Lesnar. You kind of need to have a look at that as well.
Yeah. And then Roman Reigns like, oh, you're my friend.
I'm going to text you. Like, honestly, I just think Reigns is just... No. You do that arm cock, and I just go back to Triple H going, suck it!
Oh, yeah.
Just, boom! That.
He's so good at just being able to turn, like, oh, this is your little gimmick thing. Just being like, remember DX suck my cock?
You just reminded me of that little short for Wrestling Isn't Wrestling.
God!
That is fucking brilliant.
The only thing I love about that is the girl who plays Cena, because she's like just like Rabadoo.
Yeah.
So she pushes someone's like, or Triple H goes at Cena and like hits him with a sledgehammer, and he loses.
Rabadoo. That is such a fantastic short.
Yeah, I haven't seen that in a while. That's such
I need to show it. So, but no, I think actually wait no. The confusion and booking of Bray Wyatt. Yet having feud with everybody and having put into a long overdue match with Brock Lesnar at Roadblock.
Well, because it was meant to be at WrestleMania and then they pulled it.
Yeah, it's just like, I don't know whether Bray's coming or going half the time.
That's the problem. I think they've failed to pull the trigger on Wyatt too many times. I've said to you, like, I like what he does. He's really skilled, but I don't care about him anymore.
Yeah.
Because anytime he gets momentum and he's gonna be like, oh, he's gonna beat this person.
Yeah, it's gone as soon as it starts.
It's like, lol, nope.
Yeah, like I was talking to my mate on the phone last night, saying, and he's like, wait, what? Bray Wyatt versus Brock Lesnar. Yeah. What the fuck? Like, and he meant to be like tearing shit up, like maybe going for a title run. I was like, John, as soon as they get something going with Wyatt, it's gone. They did that with Ambrose. They do it with fucking everyone. Wyatt will start a feud and it will just strangely disappear.
Yeah, exactly. And like, the thing is, like, this is calling back, like, the issues that happened at Royal Rumble with it, but, like, Lesnar kind of moved on for that into his feud with Ambrose. But now it's like, oh, remember when the Wyatt family
jumped you and chucked you out?
Which I still think really... Man, Lesnar should have just gone back in that ring and just murdered everyone.
Yeah, and German Strowman for good measure.
But no, he got eliminated and walked out, and it was like, fuck you, Lesnar, you pussy.
I honestly think Lesnar may be getting a bit soft in his booking as well, like, at least in his character.
Clearly Sable's the one with the strap on. I can say that in podcast, I would never say it to his fucking face.
Oh, Jesus, no. He'll be like meeting his fist in an instant.
So, Lesnar, who wears the pants? You or Seth?
Yeah, boom!
I can't show my... I think my jaw's dislocated.
Yeah, like, you can just hear, like, Heyman, like, thou shalt not provoke the beast. Like, however he...
Don't discuss the beast's sexual nature. Oh, when Vince said... sexual natures.
What happens in Mr. Lesnar's bedroom stays in Mr. Lesnar's bedroom.
And from what I know, Sable is a cougar. And Lesnar just looks at him like, what the fuck did you say? I mean, I wouldn't know that. My God, how come every time something goes inappropriate? Fuck's sake.
We go off the deep end so fierce. You know what? The last time was justified because I was sick and you were on barely any sleep. This is us going full 100%.
Yeah.
No health issues, no lack of sleep. We're going all the fucking way. You know what? We are long past the looking glass, Nick. And we love it.
There was a line, it was about here. And we're now like all the way up there.
Ah, love it, Maggle.
Don't do a JBL voice, you'll make me want to punch you.
Maggle.
Ugh.
Hey, be lucky your name's not
I'm a heel, I'm a good guy. I'm a stupid heel. Why would he cheat? Why would he? Oh, that other dude cheated. Oh, fuck. Oh.
I do like his rugby references and that he will name drop referee Nigel Owens, you know, the Welsh fella.
Yeah, I know, but he's the fucking worst, because it's just like...
All I ever hear is, Maggle, 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 I love it, Maggle. Like, I'm kind of reminded, have you ever seen the film Being John Malkovich?
Yeah.
You know that part where Malkovich enters his own head?
Oh, God, yeah.
That's Michael Cole going in there and he just sees nothing but JBLs everywhere, like, Maggle, 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 Maggle.
Either that or it's Ghost Napper haunting Vegeta. Vegeta! 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 Vegeta!
Like,
Vegeta!
What?
I'm haunting you.
Oh my goodness!
No!
Oh, Jesus. Ghost JBL. So now we've got Ghost JBL.
Mako! You say Cobra. And suddenly the cowboy hat just levitates on him. And he's like,
you know what? So there's got to be a day where Cole just loses his shit, and JBL's like, I think Maggle's roads break. Like, you know?
And welcome to Monday Night Raw. I'm Michael Cole, back in my little Cole the Miner pit thing. Do you remember when he had that? I don't know if you were watching that point.
No,
It was when he was having his feud with Lawler, and he had his own little, like, cased in little casket that he was commentating in because he was scared of Lawler.
You know what?
He was fucking stupid.
That suddenly makes a lot of sense because he made reference to coal miners in the commentary tracks for 2K14. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's what he called his fans.
But I'm going to be perfectly honest. Replace him with a fish tank. Ambrose should have pulled the trigger on the fish tank.
Mm.
But then again, I liked Owens' plan more, just keep him there so we can watch week in and week out. Apparently, Cole did drop a massive botch where he said cunt.
Oh, seriously?
I think he accidentally incorporated the word in the commentary, it was like continuous, or I can't remember how.
Continuous.
But someone on Reddit said, "Get this to map you now."
I can imagine.
No.
I do think the next couple of episodes are going up probably tomorrow. I think they went up yesterday to Patreon, but no.
Yeah, so I think now we got Roadblock, we got Raw.
Roadblock tomorrow. I don't know how long of a show it is. Do you know?
I think it'll be 2 hours. Though I do hope that Enzo and Big Cass get the tag titles off those guys. I don't remember their fucking names. That's how much I care for them.
I'm not going to do Enzo's stuff. I'm not going to do it.
And you can't teach that.
No, you can't cut halfway through. If you can do it, you do that.
You go all the way.
Mine, no. Nope, not doing it. Nope.
You know what, we kind of got to like parody this one day where we just like introduce ourselves in the style of Enzo and Big Cass.
My name is Nick Phillips. I'm a bona fide G and a certified stud, and you can't teach that.
Oh, fucking hell. I think we have covered everything before we go up to my roof off the charts.
I think we're in the sky at this point. It's like a hole where we've gone.
We are long past the looking glass, ladies and gentlemen. This is Dragon Bomb episode 3. And this is Kenny Jones and Nick Phillips going far off the deep end like you wouldn't imagine. Next episode, I may just go Iron Sheik on someone.
Oh, no, we've already had that. Remember his reaction to China and Sunny? Fuck!
Before we go, we need to talk about Hulk Hogan and Gorka.
Oh, God.
Before we go.
Hulk Hogan's penis is bigger than Hulk Hogan's penis.
If anyone has been keeping an eye on it on Twitter, it's one massive joke. Soph was reading tweets to me, and the look on my face was, is this for fucking real?
Hulk Hogan, you motherfucker.
He's wearing his fucking bandana in court.
Listen, brother. If you don't find him guilty, I'll slam you to the bottom of the ocean like I did Andre the Giant. That's not gonna work.
They actually referenced his matches against like Andre the Giant and the NWO heel turns and stuff like in this court case. If you ever get a good transcript, read it. It's comedy gold.
Oh, someone's got to be working on that. There's got to be somebody who's in the jury going, yeah.
Trying to hold it together while he quotes his theme song here. But no, that
listen, brother, I am a real American. That's right. Fight for your life. He rips his shirt, just walks out, and goes, right, we'll reconvene. He's off like, brother!
And he fucking leg drops the judge while he's at it. Don't ask how he got the height and the distance, he just does it. That's endless before we just go even further off the deep end. This is Dragon Bomb, and until next time.
Be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
And we're on SoundCloud where our show gets hosted.
And we are working on finding another place to host as well.
If we get another place, we'll let you know, but...
Also, be prepared for some reaction videos to some stuff. We have some plans.
It'll be reaction videos of us watching either Total Divas, The Edge and Christian show, or god-awful, terrible matches like Cock Chestnut and Gilbert at WrestleMania 20. Until then, folks.
Fucking bullshit! Fuck!